Hello again, this is Dennis from God's Vital Plea Ministries, and we are adding an addendum to the video series entitled God's Unknown Name. In this video, we will give you a short explanation of what the Ten Commandments represent. If we closely look at the reasoning behind God's intentions, we will see that the Ten Commandments are far more than a list of do's and don'ts. You will notice that the first 4 commandments are related to our relationship with God, and the last 6 commandments relate to our relationship towards each other. Notice that these last 6 commandments are really a safety net for you and I, and it isn't a yoke of our freedom as some express, but rather a recognition that we are to love and respect one another and do no harm. The last 6 commandments actually are for the safety of God's creation. In Romans 13, 9 and 10 it states, "For the commandments, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not murder, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness, you shall not covet, and if there is any other commandment," are all summed up in this saying, namely, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Love does no harm to a neighbor. Therefore, love is a fulfillment of the law. Distilled down to its simplest form, these last 6 commandments mean the following. Commandment 5, honor your father and mother, deals with the family and how it relates to our parents and how to have a stable family life. Commandment 6, you shall not kill, deals with safety and harmony for all. Commandment 7, you shall not commit adultery, deals with safety in ours and other marriages. Commandment 8, you shall not steal, deals with safety in securely keeping what you own and shows consideration for others. Commandment 9, you shall not give false witness against your neighbor, deals with the safety of truth in our dealings with others. How others see you is your identity, and giving false witness of others is an assassination of their identity. This commandment, if practiced, would bring harmony to everyone. And Commandment 10, you shall not covet your neighbor's house, wife, or other things. This 10th and final commandment can be interpreted simply as a prohibition of desire or wanting, coveting, of what others have or is not yours. The 10th commandment provides a summary of the spirit of the commandments 6 through 9. In commandments 6 through 9, the normal motivation involved would lead to the transgression would be self-interest or selfishness. Self-interest or selfishness is a dangerous thing when it assumes a dominant role in a person's life. So if we look at the law of God, the 10 Commandments closely, we see that God designed them to protect us from sin, the devil, and harming others through selfishness and deceit. The law is a seal of protection for us all. Now, to move forward from the 10 Commandments, I would like to address current day thinking on God's holy day of rest, the 4th commandment. In Exodus 28, it mentions, remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. There is an agenda in place to render help to our world's climate by expressing the need to set aside 1 day a week to rest from our work in order to help reduce climate change. If we would honor God's holy day of worship, which is His Sabbath, we would have been helping our environment long before now, and we would not find ourselves in this climate change and environmental dilemma. This worldwide agenda states that we need to set aside a day, Sunday, as a day of rest and renewal for the good of our health as well as for the health of our planet. The prevailing thought states, in the context of excessive carbon dioxide emissions into the atmosphere, which are bringing catastrophic upheavals, we can and should restore Sunday to a day for Gaia, a day for the earth. As I have already mentioned in my videos, the day we worship God was changed by man, not God. God never endorsed a change of His day of worship in His holy word, the Bible. The Bible clearly expresses in the 4th commandment that the day you worship shows who you give your authority to, and many are worshiping God on a day He has never endorsed. Sunday is the counterfeit of the Sabbath which God has already established. We do not need a counterfeit day of worship of rest, which is Sunday. God has already given us a day to rest from our daily toils, and this includes rest for our environment and all of God's creation. We hope you've enjoyed this little detour or addendum to our video series. And we also hope it has helped you see God's reasoning for creating His law, the 10 Commandments, and has added food for thought for you to ponder. God bless you and yours, and as always, stay the course.